season off the field.
Yeah. I want to get up this comment. How do you get more snaps for Prince Kollie?
This week, right? Again, I mean, this is the perfect example again, right? Because Bertrand is out. So I think last game they started, Marist and Kaiser. So that means that, Collie's in on the next group, right? Which he was in this group. And I think he was fine. He was just okay. I know he walked into a tackle for loss. That was nice to see him. But I think he was fine in there. But it's like, if he comes in and makes a real, impact in those snaps, then he's going to get to play, more and more. And that's whatever. And then we don't know, too, like how a guy's grading, like, oh, he was supposed to drop like hook curl at this depth and he didn't get the right depth or whatever. So there's all those kind of factors, too. So I mean, I don't think they're doing something where they're like, man, Prince Kollie's too good of an athlete. We don't want him out there. Like, there's nothing like that, right? Like, I think if, that's the thing. It's like people are like, man, it's so obvious. They should just play Kollie and Jalen Sneed. These guys are like faster than the other guys. There's these super highly ranked guys. And I think it's just easy to say, like, man, I wish they would play those guys. But it's usually not as simple as that.
Yeah, and it's like you mentioned the grading. Like we don't know how. Like I remember last year against Cincinnati when Pine came in and played a lot better than Cone had in that game, and everyone's like, we got to start Pine. I said it, you said it, and then we had kind of heard on the side like Pine graded out like not very well, and so it was like that's why he's not playing, and so we don't know how these things are graded or what they're supposed to do and that sort of thing. So, but I think, given the fact that Bertrand's out, Bauer's banged up, I think we're going to see more of him. Like you got 10 snaps last week. Let's see if it goes up this week, right? It should be a pretty good matchup for him because of the, he's an athletic guy and you want a good athlete going against BYU and that sort of thing. So, and Derek Galloway, I see your comment here about Dion Causey. I'm not going to put it up because I don't want to, that's kind of like someone said something about a player and that sort of thing. I think we have heard something similar in that his intensity level needs to go up, right? He needs to show he wants it a little bit more, a little bit more hungry. So we've heard similar, but that's kind of a player on the team said from someone else. Like, I don't know. Like I don't want to put that up. I appreciate the comment and I understand, right? And I understand you bringing information to the show. It's just like that's a little too rumor-ish for me to put up here, but I see the comment and I appreciate it. Don't you believe Kollie was the best gap fill player? I mean, I know he had the one play where I don't know if that was a run blitz or what it was. He got in the backfield. Really
I mean, they were just calling that cross dog that they always call, and it literally just happened to be the perfect play at the right. I mean, if he had made that play on his own, I would have been like, heck yeah, like get this guy out there more, right? Because that's like a great read if he's all of a sudden, reading and he's shooting backside through that vacated guards gap. Like, yeah, that's a big time play. But no, it was a called blitz. Just happened to be perfect. It was the perfect call at the right time. And I think the rest of the time, you could probably say like, if other than that play, you'd probably say, did Prince Kollie play? Like, you know what I mean? He wasn't standing out by any sense. I don't think he was I probably wouldn't say he was the best gap fill player or whatever. And I mean, I guess that means
I don't think he got enough.
I don't think he was bad. He wasn't bad or anything.
He didn't get enough run for us to really know.
Yeah, it just I couldn't say. I mean, I will say I don't think the linebackers have been good this year. So I think that's, something that probably could give Kollie more of a chance. But I also think that like North Carolina was Marist Leoffel's best game, and not just in like his like spy role. I thought as an off the ball linebacker, it was his best game too. So I don't know, and if Leoffel's a guy they trust more to do that kind of stuff, then is Kollie, how many reps is Kollie going to get there? Right. Yeah. And Bauer's gotten less reps as the seasons went along. So even with last game, Kaiser took all like those Bertrand reps really. Right. So I don't know. I linebacker could be really interesting because I think like I wouldn't be shocked if Kollie by the end of the year, you're like, oh, he's playing a lot now and making a big difference. Because I think at some point it's just one of these things where as you get more opportunities and whatever, and guys do get better like during the season when practicing and just like getting better run fits, with playing within the scheme better. Just things click and guys start playing faster, right? So I think he is somebody who could play a lot more as a season, like same with a guy like Junior Tui Halamaka, right? And also that's like dependent on like, I mean, JD Bertrand, he barely played really. He's going to go like basically out of the last 6 quarters, he played 5 of them, or no, he didn't, he missed 5 of them. So that's a lot, right?
Yeah. It's just one of those things. Like you could see like suddenly you look up, it's like, man, Kollie's in there all the time. I mean, it's kind of like Ben Morrison, frankly. It's just like, hey, Ben Morrison,
that just happened.
Did he start the game? Like did he start? Like he's out there already. What's going on here? So it could be that kind of situation.